What's up, everybody? So it's, what is it, it's 7:15 right now. I went to a community sale. It was a bust. I mean, there was like 3 sales to it. It's one of those ones, you know, in hopes that they hope that a bunch of people participate, but they don't. But I was driving, you know, just freestyling it, and I was driving to another sale, and I just so happened to see the sale right here. I'm backing up out of their driveway, actually, on the side of the road. So I stop, I ask for video games. At first they say no, we don't have nothing like that. Kind of sounded like, you know, they'd been asked before. And then luckily this guy came up and he's like, well, wait, what are you talking about as video games? And I said, well, anything. He's like, well, I think I got an old Sega. So he did, he pulled it out. It's really dusty, but pretty good. I got a Sega Genesis Model 2. Came with 2 aftermarket, one original controller, and 3 games. I got Mortal Kombat, Sonic 2, and Golf, PGA Tour Golf 2. So pretty cool, 10 bucks. Pretty good for a first find of the day. So yeah, there isn't really any community sales listed. I mean, there's one, but it's kind of far away and I don't really want to waste all my time driving out there. So yeah, I'm gonna be freestyling it most of today. So yeah, when I find something else, I'll let you guys know. Got another score here. I love it when they're back to back like that. Is my sale right after I got that Sega stuff. But that's the sale right there. I'm passing it for 22, so not bad. I got a pretty decent stack of like PS1 games right here in this bag, and then Super Nintendo console by itself, 1 Super Nintendo game, and like 4 NES games, and then some NES hookups. They didn't have the NES and they didn't have the hookups for the Super Nintendo, so but yeah, 22 bucks, so not a bad deal at all. I mean, there's some pretty obscure PS1 games in there, and some PAL version PS1 games, so that was pretty crazy to find. You know, a couple games I never heard of, so you know, there might be a gem in there, so we'll see when I get home. But yeah, I'm just pretty much freestyling it right now, just following the signs and stuff, so see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, from that sale back there, I don't know if you can see it. That first one's an empty case, but I think I have the game at home. And then Family Guy video game for PSP, and that one's in there. $1.75, so not bad. It was all they had. They didn't have. They said somebody gave them a bunch of stuff, and that was in there. So pretty cool. All right, on to the next. All right, guys, another find here. Stopped at I don't know if you can see it in the background. Storage facility. Stopped at a storage facility yard sale. There was a bunch of them here, and I got some cool stuff. This is turning into a PS1 day, but for 10 bucks I got a PlayStation 1, no connections, but I mean, you know.
Hi.
How's it going?
Probably shouldn't park along the curb because it's such a narrow lane.
Yeah, I'm taking off right now.
Okay, cool.
I was just making a quick video.
That's cool, thanks.
There was a cop telling me I can't park here, but I'm taking off right now. But yeah, back to what I was saying. For 10 bucks, got a PS1 with no connections, 1 controller, but I mean, he didn't want to keep the PS1 after he sold the games. But I got 9 games with it. The best one in there being Castlevania Symphony of the Night. So that's a really good one right there. I didn't have that one in my collection. And then a few other ones. That's some Crash games, Frogger. Pretty good stuff right there. And then at another one, I got a few Wii games, an N64 game, GameCube. Probably the best Wii game in here is Dragon Quest Swords. So pretty cool, not bad. I paid $5 for that bag, so pretty good stuff at the storage unit. Yeah, I'm on my way to some more sales, so see you guys in a bit. All right, another little pickup, just 1 game. I'll show you the sale. That's sale back there. I'm passing it for $3. Rayman Origins. It trades in for like 8 at GameStop, but I think I'm gonna keep it this time. The disc is in really nice shape. I didn't have it in my collection. It's a pretty fun game. The last time I had it, I just had the disc only. That's why I traded it in, and I played it for a little bit. And it's pretty fun. So, yeah. I think I'm probably I don't know. I'm heading towards the house now, but you know, if I find more stuff, I'll show you guys. But if not, get home and show you guys everything I got. Got another find here. That sale back there. For 10 bucks. Pretty good deal. Green Game Boy Pocket, and it came with Mario, and then a Game Boy Color game, and another like a Bug's Life or something for the Game Boy. Pretty good, 10 bucks, and it came in that Pokemon case. So I think there's another sale over here that I'm gonna hit up right now. So if I find something there, I'll show you guys what I got, but if not, I'll see you when I get home. Man, today is a PlayStation day. And that sale back there for 40 bucks. I got a PS1, a PS2, and a PS3. Right here, in there. And then 3 amazing PS1 games. First, let's show you this. Resident Evil long box. I mean, I had this once and I sold it, and I'm definitely gonna keep it this time because this is hard to find. Final Fantasy VII, black box, black label, so sweet on that one. And then the best one of all, Parasite Eve. I mean, amazing. And he said he's probably got, oh, there's another game inside the PlayStation also. I don't remember the name of it, but it's just disc only, you know, the case. But he said he might have more PS1 games, so he took my number. He'll give me a call. So hopefully, you know, we'll get some more. I mean, if he's got games like that, he's probably has some even better stuff inside. So we'll see. But if not, I mean, 40 bucks for that stuff, really good deal. So yeah, I'm almost home right now, so I'll get everything together and show you guys what I got. What's up, everybody? So I'm all done with the yard sale stuff, and it was a really good day. A lot of PS1 stuff. But yeah, it's, you know, the day started out kind of slow. I went to a community sale, and you know, just it wasn't what it was advertised. There were supposed to be more houses, and there wasn't that many houses that were participating. So I did a few rounds, you know, trying to see if I can get to a house when they started setting up, but only like 3 or 4 sales set up. So I took off and I started freestyling it, and like right down the street, I found what I'm going to show you first. So this is the first find. I drive up. Well, it was a sale that like on a main road. I just, you know, pulled off and you know, asked them, like, I don't even think I got out of the car. I just pulled right up and I asked, she said, you know, we're just setting up, and I said, well, do you happen to have any video games? And immediately she said no, and then I was getting ready to, you know, starting my car back up and getting ready to drive away, and this guy comes up and he's like, well, what kind of games are you talking about? And I was like, anything. And he's like, well, I got an old Sega Genesis with some games. And I was like, oh, okay. So he brings it out, and it was really, really dusty, but it's a Sega Genesis Model 2. Came with all the connections, 3 controllers. We got an original, and then these 2 like super controllers, and then 3 games, and these games are all complete. We've got PGA Tour Golf 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and it's cool because they all have their little hang tabs still connected, so that's nice. And then Mortal Kombat. 10 bucks for that, so pretty good, not too bad. Okay, this next sale, like a little ways down the street from that last one. Pull up, get out, you know, walk around, ask, you know, you got any games? And they said, at first she said no, and then she said, well, wait, I do have some games in a bag. Hold on, let me go grab them. So she brings them out, and they ended up being PS1 games, and there's some pretty nice games in here, like pretty obscure games that I've never seen before. So first, these 2 are PAL games. So we got Muppet Monster Adventure. You could see a PAL version right there, and then Spyro Year of the Dragon. So both PAL games, which is weird to find PAL games. I've never found any PAL PS1 games before, so that's pretty cool. And then we've got the disc in like the back case of Crash Bandicoot. And then all these games are all complete and in pretty nice condition. We've got Metal Gear Solid VR missions. Okay, now some of these games are pretty obscure. Like I've never seen them before. This one being one of them. Martian Gothic Unification. So that's, I mean, really weird. You know, pretty cool. Gex. Another kind of obscure one. Crusader No Remorse. Soul Blade. Got Tekken. Ball Blazer Champions, another kind of obscure one, I think. Burstrick Wakeboarding. It's kind of, I mean, a lot of these are, like I said, real obscure. I've never seen them before. Steel Herringer. I think that's. Oh, Steel Harbinger. Yeah, Steel Harbinger. Daredevil Derby 3D. Starring Bruce Willis, Apocalypse. And we've got Tekken 2. Courier Crisis. And this one's pretty cool. Blazing Dragon, starring the voices of Terry Jones and Cheech Marin. So that's a pretty cool one right there. And then, you know, I ask, you know, any more game stuff. And then I look over and, like, this was, like, kind of in their garage. I look over, like, on their washing machine, and they had a stack of, like, some NES, a Super Nintendo, and one Super Nintendo game, and then some connections. So, we've got, first, we've got a controller for an NES and the power cable for an NES. She didn't have the NES. And then, a Super NES console. No connections, no controllers, nothing like that. And then some games. So first, let's show you the NES games. 4 NES games. We've got Cobra Command, Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt, Operation Wolf, and Double Dragon. And then 1 Super Nintendo game and 3 of these little cover things. Primal Rage. So that was it for that. I paid $22 for all of it. So that was a really good deal. I mean, kind of random, the NES and the Super NES stuff that they had. But still, you know, pretty good to find some good stuff. And some really good PS1 right there. I mean, a lot of obscure games I've never seen before. And I didn't have a lot of those in my collection. So pretty happy to get those. Okay, next sale. These were just sitting out. They said they were given a whole bunch of stuff. So, these were just sitting out. We've got Star Wars Battlefront 2, and this is just case and manual, but I'm pretty sure I have the game. So, and then Family Guy video game, and this one is just the game and the case. So pretty cool. $1.75, not a bad deal. Okay, next, this one I started hitting kind of a dry spell. I didn't really know where to go, and then I remember they listed on Craigslist like it's at a storage unit. They usually, it's like once every few months they have a sale at this storage unit. So I usually do pretty good at the storage unit ones. Found some, you know, I got like two places had some game stuff, and you know I was there later in the day, so I noticed that a lot of people they don't ask for games there. I'm always, you know, when I get there, if the games are out, they usually sell. But if not, I mean, I usually get the games that are there. Okay, so the first one I got, this was a PS1, no connections, and it only came with 1 controller. But I have like a ton of connections, and then 9 games. Some pretty cool stuff here. First, we've got the Game of Life. A lot more games that I didn't have in my collection. Scrabble, Jeopardy, 2nd edition, Frogger, Tetris Plus, and these are probably the better games. We've got Crash Bandicoot, Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back. This one's got pretty cool cover art. Centipede. And then the best one of the lot, I mean, paid for it all. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And I didn't have this one in my collection, so... Actually, I don't think I had... I mean, maybe the Crash games, but other than that, I don't think I had any of these in my collection. So, pretty good. $10 for that one. So, pretty good deal right there. And then next, this one, they just had a bunch of games sitting out. Just a bunch of random stuff that I picked out. But some pretty cool stuff. Alright, let's see here. First, I'm pretty sure this is a bootleg copy. Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2. I mean, if not, then the label is just kind of messed up, I think. But I'm pretty sure that's a bootleg copy. And then we've got Ready to Rumble Boxing. And one GameCube disc only of Mortal Kombat Deception. And then some disc only Wii games. We've got Wii Sports. Always good to get that one. It trades in for like $6-7. And then TMNT. I didn't have that game, so I'll keep that one. And then one complete in box Wii game, Dragon Quest Swords. Didn't have that one, so I'll keep that one in the collection. And another one I didn't have for the Xbox 360, Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed. So pretty cool. I paid $5 for the bag. So all those games, $5. Alright, so next, doing a little more freestyling. These games were just sitting out, and I picked out one game, an Xbox 360 game for $3, Rayman Origins. I had just traded in a disc-only copy of this because it trades in for like $12 or something like that, $8 to $12. But this game is really cool, so I found it complete, and it's got manual and everything. The disc is in really nice shape, so picked it up, $3. Okay, this one was closer to my house. I was pretty much, I think this one and the other one was the last 2 sales I went to. But they're both like right down the street from each other. First find, asked if he had games, and I had to go through a whole list until I finally said Game Boy, and he's like, oh, well, I do have a Game Boy. So he brings it out, and it's a Game Boy Pocket, and I think it's I'm pretty sure I don't have this color, but it's a green Game Boy Pocket. Works really good. And it came inside of here. It has a Super Mario Land and 2 other games, and it's nice too because it's got the back. And then we've got for the Game Boy Color, we've got NASCAR Heat, and then for the Game Boy, A Bug's Life. So I didn't have any of these games in my collection except the Mario game. I have that one. So this is like the player's choice version. $10 for all that, and it came with this cool Pokemon case, so pretty cool. $10. Okay, now this was the last yard sale find. Actually, the other one I'm going to show you, the very last one, that's a yard sale find, but I didn't get it until the end of the day, like at night. But this was one of the last yard sale finds. This was down the street from the one with the Game Boy. Pull up, ask him, you got any video game stuff, and he said, yeah, I have PlayStation stuff. I was like, okay, and he made it seem at first like he only had PS1. And then he went through and said, no, he's got PS1, PS2, and PS3. So I go through it, and I noticed, the games are on the top, but I'll show you guys those in a sec. But I got all 3 of them. I got the PS1, and it's got one game inside, Dark Stone. He didn't have the case for it, but I mean, it looks like a pretty obscure game. I've never seen it before, so that one's pretty cool. And it came with 2 controllers, all the cables and stuff. We got a PS2 Fat. This one has a memory card, and the PS1 has a memory card. And then it's got this network adapter on the back, so that one's cool. And they all these work, except I couldn't test the PS3 because it didn't come with any cables. But he said that it worked. And then we've got the PS3. I don't know what gig it is, but he said it works, so we'll see. I just got to get some cables for it. And then a couple PS1 games. Some pretty good stuff that I didn't have in my collection. First, we've got the long box of Resident Evil. And I'm pretty sure it's all complete, except it's missing... Yeah, it just doesn't have the little foam thing that goes inside, but all complete in their Resident Evil long box. And then... this one, Final Fantasy VII, and this is the black label one. Didn't have this one in my collection. I know it's pretty crazy, but nice to find this one in the wild, and for the price that I got everything, really good deal. And then Parasite Eve, another one I didn't have in my collection, complete, really nice condition. I paid $40 for the lot, so really good deal. Super happy with that one. Okay, hold on. Okay, Now, this one, this is another pretty big bundle that I got here. This was right down the street from my house, and this guy had like, he was sitting on a chair and he had like a few shirts hanging up. And I asked him, hey, you know, you having a yard sale? And he's like, yeah, I'm selling some custom shirts and, you know, it's just some random stuff. And I was like, well, do you have any video games? And he was like, yeah, I have all kinds of video games, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, all this stuff. So I was like, all right, sweet. So you want to, you know, can I come check them out? And he's like, well, not right now. I guess something with like, you know, he's not allowed to have a bunch of people over or some I don't know. It was a weird situation, but he just met me down the street, and he actually like just walked over to my apartment complex, and we met out front, and we just, you know, I started looking through the stuff, and he had a pretty good amount of like some good stuff. So I go through it all, and I ended up buying all of it. I paid, because I'm actually supposed to get some more stuff from him that he's pulling out, but for what I got from him right now, I paid 45 bucks. So not a bad deal at all. Let's see. Okay. Well, this was the second time that he came. He brought an NES console, and Xbox console. They all work. This really cool. I didn't have this in my collection. A see-through blue Xbox controller. And then let's see here. A bunch of games, like some pretty good games. We've got Super Nintendo, Nintendo, Game Boy, and then like a bunch of controllers and stuff. We got a bunch of cables in here. There was a lot of cables in here. But okay, let's see. Okay, it's just it was a lot of stuff that I got. I mean, I was pretty surprised when he brought it all. He said he had a lot, but I wasn't thinking like this much stuff. All right, let's start. Okay, here's another Xbox controller, just a regular black one. A random Sega Genesis game. And we've got okay, we've got this Atari plug and play. It didn't have any of its controllers, nothing like that. Just, you know, plug it in. But I think, you know, you just use the Sega Genesis controllers. Another PS1. So, I mean, paperweight, but whatever. And we've got two Xbox 360s. This one probably doesn't work, but this one probably does. I mean, it's got the hard drive and everything. No connections for it, but I have connections for those. Let's see here. I got another Game Boy Pocket, silver one. Pretty good shape, but it's missing the back, and it came with Tetris. And then this cool, yeah, Star Wars Battlefront Renegade Squadron case. So that's pretty sweet. And then a DS Lite, but the DS Lite it's wrecked. I mean, it's, you know, this was a freebie pretty much, but it's you can see it's messed up. The bottom screen still works. It turns on. Came with a charger, so that's always nice to have. And then a bunch of games in here. We've got 7 DS games. One of which was actually one that I wanted for my collection that I didn't have. I have the case and manual. We've got Grease, Tinkerbell and the Lost Treasure, Deal or No Deal Special Edition. That game's actually kind of fun. You're just kind of bored. Professor Layton and the Curious Village. Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. And Bejeweled 3. And then the game that I wanted that I have the case and manual for, probably going to have to fix it because one of the little pins looks a little messed up. But Super Mario DS. So pretty cool on that one. And then show you all that stuff. We got 2 aftermarket like Super Nintendo controllers. This iToy for the PS2. PS1 controller and the power plug for the PS1. We got some Wii stuff here. We've got the Wii wheel, this Wii Play, and it's just this outer box that's completely destroyed, but the game's in there. The game's in really nice condition. And then we've got some Sega NES and SNES. So we got one Sega game, Street Fighter 2. And we've got NES here. Some pretty cool NES games actually. Okay, let's see. This one's in probably the worst condition. Solar Jetman, Home Alone 2, Commando, Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt, another Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt, Tecmo NBA Basketball, and then the last three are probably the best ones. We've got Batman, Super Mario Bros. 3, and Kid Icarus. So that one's pretty cool. And then Super Nintendo games here, and some pretty good Super Nintendo games. Okay. First, one thing I didn't have, the Super Nintendo cleaning system. So that's pretty cool to have. And then we've got Izzy's Quest for the Olympic Rings, Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures, NBA Jam, Super Mario World, and then the best one, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. So that one was pretty cool. That was it for that lot. And he's actually supposed to bring me a Super Nintendo and a couple N64 games and a GameCube and maybe some other stuff. So we'll see about that. But yeah, I paid, like I said, 45 bucks for that lot. So pretty good deal. And delivery, can't beat that. So that was pretty much it for the yard sale stuff. I mean, really good day. A lot of PS1 stuff. A lot of PS1. Really happy with that. I always love finding PS1 games, especially games I've never seen before. So super stoked. The guy that gave me the PS1, PS2, PS3, and then with Final Fantasy, Parasite Eve and stuff, he's supposed to call me because he's got more PlayStation 1 games. So hopefully he does, and hopefully the quality of those titles, hopefully there's some other really good stuff in there. So we'll see about that. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. So thumbs up the video, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you next time.